Today we're going to create our Today we're going to create our portfolio website for our 3D project. We're going to start by going to Google Sites. Once you get to the main Google Sites page, you're going to create a new blank website. So I'm going to click the plus sign here, and it's going to open up a new Google site for me. Once I'm in, I'm going to do a few things to set up my portfolio. The very first thing you're going to do is come up here where it says Untitled Site, and you're going to change the name. You're going to call it Your First Name's 3D Portfolio. So for mine, it would be Ms. Martin's 3D Portfolio. You'll notice when I click off, that also changes the name of the site right here. Where it says Your Page Title, you're going to select everything. And again, we're going to call it Your First Name's 3D Portfolio. Now we're ready to begin doing a little customization. The first thing you can do is come over here and choose Change Image. You can either upload an image that you got from the web or go to Select Image, and there are a variety of different background images that you can choose. I'm going to go with this one and click Select, and that will change my background for me. Before we go any further, we also have another customization option called Themes. Over on the right-hand side of our tool panel here, you should see Insert, Pages, and Themes. I'm going to click Themes. Right now I am on Simple Theme, and depending on the theme you choose, they do sometimes have customizations that you can have. Down here I can choose some of my theme colors. I could switch to purple. You're not going to see much of a difference because I don't have anything on the site yet. And then font style. So you can see a couple of changes here as I go through and do that. Depending on the theme you choose, it can change the look of your site. So find one that you like. I think I'll go with this one. Once you're done with your theme, click back on Insert. This is how we add most of our content to our website. The main page of your website is going to have 4 different sections to it. And we're going to begin by coming over here to the Insert menu and clicking Text Box. That adds a text box on our website. You want to be careful because if you come down here and click Add Footer, it also opens up a text box, but this is not the kind of text box we want to use. A footer is a piece of text that appears on every single page of your website. So if you put something here in the footer, when you add more pages, the exact same thing will show up on every single page. If you change it on one page, it changes it on all of the pages. So we're not going to use that footer. If you see that your upper portion of your site is grayed out, that means you're in the footer and you want to click off of it. So we've added a text box, and I have my text box right here. When I click, I get some formatting options. This is going to be a heading. So I'm going to choose heading. And our first section here is going to be how 3D printing works. So this is going to be kind of our title. You have some other formatting options here you can mess around with if you want. And then I'm just going to add a regular text box underneath. And this is where you're going to fill in the information you find about how 3D printing works. This one can be normal text. I'm going to add another text box. So we're at our third text box. I'm going to change it to heading again. And this one is going to be why 3D printing is important. And add another text box with normal text underneath. We're going to continue this pattern, add another text box, make it a heading, and we're going to call this facts about 3D printing. Another normal text box, and then one more heading box. I'm going to call this news about 3D printing, and one more regular normal text box. Once you have this set up, you're going to start your research and fill in these regular text boxes with the information that you find. Like most Google tools, this saves automatically. You'll see it says all changes saved in Drive up here. But in order for me to be able to see your website and for others to be able to see it as well, it's very important that you publish your website. If you don't publish, you are the only one who can see it. So we're going to come up here to the Publish button, and it should ask for a web address. If you filled in everything up here, it should automatically have your name's 3D portfolio. If it doesn't for some reason, just fill that in. And we're going to click Publish. Once it is published, you need to get the correct link to share, not the link up at the top, but you want to come here to this little link icon between the computer icon and the person icon. This gives us the public link to your website, not the link with all of the editing tools. So you're going to click on that link. It will give you the link here. You're going to copy that link and turn it in Google Classroom. It's important to know that anytime you come in and make changes to your website, you need to click the Publish button again. So if I come in here and write something, I need to click Publish again, or that writing is not going to show up on my finished site. When I click Publish again, it's going to show me this page, and the draft is what I have added. This shows me what is currently published. So if I don't click Publish again, this part will be empty. In order for people to see what I write, I need to click that Publish button again. You do not need to share the link again every time you publish. It automatically updates that same link. So now you have your first page set up, and our next step is to add our subpages. So to add a new page, we're going to come here to Pages in the middle, and our little plus sign down at the bottom is going to let us add a new page. It's going to ask you to name your page. I'm going to call this 3D projects, or no, sorry, 3D designs, and click done. And that makes a new page. I can always get back to my home page here. I'm going to add another one, and this one is going to be called Final Project. And done. And one more, reflection, and click done. I'm going to go back to my home page, and my last step before I wrap things up, I want to make sure I click that Publish button. If I don't, my other pages will not appear, and I'm going to click Publish. Now everything should be updated, and I'm ready to move on to the next step.